I'm Hannah Trueblood, and in this video, I'll be talking about closing and the next steps after your purchase. Congratulations, you're nearing the finish line. At this point, you've jumped through the biggest hoops and made it past the biggest potential deal killers. In the weeks and days after appraisal and before closing, there are a few important things to remember. If your lender asks for any additional paperwork, make sure to turn that in right away. Set up your utilities transfer in advance for water, trash, gas, electric, and internet. Take this opportunity to declutter, get rid of things that you don't want to move. Now, if you finance, the lender is going to issue an official clear to close, which means that your loan is approved. Once we have that, we can schedule a closing as well as your final walkthrough. This is usually done a couple days before or on the day of closing. It's a quick home tour just to make sure the seller left it in the same or better condition than how you saw it, and any inspection repairs are completed. The title company, which is where we close and who prepares the deed and the closing paperwork, will send out what's called an ALTA settlement statement. This statement outlines all the credits and debits for both the buyer and the seller line by line, with your necessary cash to close at the bottom. Anything over $10,000 will need to be wired, and they'll provide you with the wiring instructions to take to your bank. Now, wire fraud is real, so be diligent when receiving those instructions. Closing usually takes about an hour or less if it's cash. You'll need to bring a valid ID, make sure it's not expired, and have a cashier's check if the cash to close was under $10,000. You'll sign a ton of paperwork. The seller will sign some too. Everything gets sent to the lender, and voila, you're a homeowner. Now the real fun begins. If you plan to live in the home for at least half the year, you'll need to file for your tax exemptions once you have that updated ID with your new address. You get a steep discount on the tax bill for an owner-occupied residence, and trust me, you do not want to forget about that. It can be a very expensive mistake. We remind you though, so don't worry. This process oftentimes can feel stressful and overwhelming, but so long as you have a trustworthy team by your side to walk you through it, it can be a positive and lower stress experience than you thought. If you've got further questions, feel free to reach out to me. Also leave a comment, share, and make sure that you follow Hannah Trueblood on social media to stay up to date on local market conditions, as well as for tips and tricks for home buyers and sellers. Thanks for watching.